squad from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Colorado State Rams. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Falcons have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. On the move, it's Marshall. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's take a moment and look at Colorado State. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
And the Rams are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
The Rams decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. They'll go to the ground. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. All right, guys, let's chat about Air Force. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
He'll take it on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Ivory. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
On third down, he drops to throw. He'll run the screen. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's fourth down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. This quarterback part of their running game. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Wants to fire on second down. He's got it down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moving forward just a few.
Nice job, big fella. You make a catch, you're a viable target for your quarterback and gain a couple of yards.
And the Falcons line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, on third and short at field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. No good. Kicker tried to tack up more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there. Downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete to the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado State.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They go to the ground. Turning it on. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. It's been a great way for the service academies to stay relevant in major college football by having prolific ground game.
Yeah, and those ground games are a pain in everybody's you-know-what. I mean, they drive you nuts. The triple option becomes so much discipline. I mean, they're so good at running what they do. They don't do a lot, but they're going to hit you right in the mouth and run the football.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, forced the incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Falcons will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30.
Colorado State 7, Air Force 0.
So after the break, they'll go back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Colorado State.
All right, let's get it. Quick.
Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down coming up. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the guy, let him see what he can do, and when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Off the RPO, complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Coming up, fourth down.
He wants to change this route. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Big play for this offense, and they get it to the 32.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And the Rams getting set on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Dupree. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
He's got an open man. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Colorado State.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. USC looks like a legit title contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up 14 over UNLV. If anything changes in this pivotal Pac-12 matchup, guys, you know we're here to bring it to you.
Oh, and how about that? Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Air Force.
Touchdown.
Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give them a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Here he comes with the return. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You're going to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's knocked. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I think think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, create enough separation to create a positive gain.
Quarterback on the keeper. There he goes. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Here's a heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And the Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Here's the pressure. A strike downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. The Falcons started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Falcons!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the left side. At the 35, he's got one. Nice pick up on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The Rams come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Power football with the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Rams have it with a 1st and 10. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On first down, here comes this offense. run it from the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Of 2.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Fires it down the seam. Picked off. Got room on the return. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Just over 20 seconds to play here in the half. How aggressive can they afford to be here? To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn. They're trying to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Going for the big play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
He lets it fly. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Air Force. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, big-time players make big plays in big games. And on that fourth down, final play of the first half, what an unbelievable job making the grab and taking it in for the touchdown. That was huge for the offense, giving them the lead. You just can't do it any better than that.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Rams will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job on the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
The run to the left. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just
That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Liberty went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab some serious attention. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Flames ever do that? All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I'm the offensive coordinator. I'm thinking about shipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's McNeil. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
That quarterback put his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
And the Falcons are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Falcons will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Buying some time. He'll pull it down and run. He has brought down the man. What a job to find some running room and move the chains.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
Snagged in the middle. It's not. Strikes first, delivers the punch, and works his way to the 31.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Creates a little space. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And the Falcons will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Skips away from pressure. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Those play-action passes take a little bit longer to develop, right? Because you still have the fake, and then the quarterback turns his back to the defense, has to reset. You got to protect him a little bit better than that, or the fake's got to be a lot better.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Rams need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Rams line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an...
Going up top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's going to take off. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
This is a designed run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
And I tell you what, Reason, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. Plows through the defense. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Hard running there. And the Rams have... down.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Ivory. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. They try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
After that incompletion here, tied in the 4th quarter, you got a decision to make with this field position. Do you want to stay aggressive and try and go win this game now and bleed a little bit more clock, or do you trust your defense if you punt this away to get you the ball back so you can still win?
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try the run. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Using his legs, it's Savant. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
They go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The Rams are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Air Force.
It's the one thing the head coach challenges his team with, guys. Late in games in the 4th quarter, tie ball game. Who's going to step up and make a play? That guy did right there. Picking it off, taking it to the house.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Middle Tennessee pulled one out today on a day they clearly did not have their best. And that's a testament to those players there inside Floyd Stadium. That winning gene, I really believe it's a thing. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running to the left. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
And here's the thing, the strategy. You want to run the ball because, yes, you want to score and you want to win, but you don't want to leave a lot of time left on the clock for their offense to get another opportunity. So that's a bit of the gamesmanship going on right now. I think you're seeing that with their offensive coordinator and his choice in play call.
Turns it on in midfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. He's at the touchdown, Colorado State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he needs this one for the tie. And he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Off-play action on first down. Finds the tight end. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Webster. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Bringing it back. Oh, he was hoping for the pick six. Instead, he got it down to the 16-yard line. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so in the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback's starting to lose his cool.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rams have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a gap. It's Amen. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You got to call the game to win it right now. Less than a minute to go. A field goal is going to do it for you. Every time you drop back and throw the ball, you're risking taking a sack. So if you're going to throw it, the ball's got to come out quickly. But I think at this juncture, you'd love to be able to run and give your field goal kicker a chance.
They'll run him behind the big guys on the left. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. If there's no college kicker situation here, he drills that right through the uprights. And David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Got it in the middle. It's Knox. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a